Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 15 of the NFL on E!
So this offense will head back out there to an excellent field position after the fumble recovery. Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable. Backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Howard Wilson, his 14th touchdown now of the year. And the Dolphins are going to take. So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. After the turnover, it's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Dolphins lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything, every trick play I can think of.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jabari Zuniga in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Tua on 4th down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Well, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to...
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, that's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when you got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Devontae Parker with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins continue. First down, Miami is... They get set to start the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
To his throw here, going to be caught by Wilson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. Looking to throw again on second down. Tua over the middle, the tight end Shaheen with it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Touchdown! That's caught. Mike Gesicki with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. A nice throw there by the... Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. On first down, Tagovailoa. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down. This offense, Charles, well, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Albert Wilson, as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator right now.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. This is Gaskin on the carry. They find some open field here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 49 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
A nice substantial run there by Gaskin, who was the Dolphins' leading rusher in 2020. 584 total yards in just 7 starts and got stronger as the season went on. Not bad for a 7th-round pick in 2019. He was drafted number 234 overall that season.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Tua. Open man is Waddle, complete. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll run now with Gaskin. Room to run for Gaskin.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Looking to pass. Tua. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Stephen Carter is 3rd. It'll be a 1st and 10 coming up as this offense takes over possession of the football in the 3rd quarter. Tua now on 1st down. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there for the Dolphins.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Gaskin. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Tua. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Tua now on first down. Able to find Shaheen here. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and a yard. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Duke Johnson with touchdown number. And we are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. Tackle made by Justin Evans. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, you're going to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
111 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Lindsey will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You have 3 tight. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it. And he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Gets through, and now an opening. The 40. Past the 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way.
Offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their
Tonight, from the Superdome in New Orleans, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. For a lot of people, MVP. Award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play there for the Dolphins. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Tua on target here to Wilson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They run the counter now on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The rushing numbers for Gaskin last week. 1 rushing touchdown, yes, but look at the rushing yards. He was up near 200.
the one phrase I'd use to describe that performance, he carved up that defense.
And this is caught by Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Preston Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for the Dolphins.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And Charles, you think about this offense, it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation here, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is a Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
A play fake for Gaskin. Now Tua. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Touchdown, Dolphins. It's complete. Mike Gesicki, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Room to run for Gaskin. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Myles Gaskin, 72 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That one brought in by his tight end Adam Shaheen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now this throw caught left side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Myles Gaskin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Myles Gaskin on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue.
So we're in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we've reached halftime. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And no return from Montgomery. Bring it out to the 25. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. And for them right now, not a... After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 118 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Right back to him on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there. That's another first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just now been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Another run with Gaskin. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Gets around him, and some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there for the Dolphins. Well, for a play that didn't look like much at the snap, that jet sweep turned into a big play in a hurry.
And how about how they ran the play? Because they obviously caught the defense out of position and not expecting that one, and that turned into a nice chunk of yardage. But how about the execution? On the handoff, most of the times we see on the jet sweep, they punch it forward so that if it falls to the ground, it's just an incomplete pass. Here, you got to execute it well, otherwise it's a fumble.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, here's Tua. gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Well, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down. Sanders' kick is good, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold a second, let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And a tackle there by Quan Alexander. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. To throw on 2nd and 6. Tua. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Hands it off out of the gun, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And on the ground they go with the running back. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. And they'll try the jet sweep here. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
today.
After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. A beautiful fake. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
A big play there for the Dolphins. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Room here to run. All the way in for a Miami touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Early.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. And they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Fighting it off. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, his 25th touchdown. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin, 73 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on. All right, the offense back on the field here. Let's see what they can do on this play. Tua sets up to pass it. Caught left side, Williams. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Now a short one to Gesicki, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and some room to maneuver. Touchdown!
That's how we do it.
Albert Wilson with his 16th touchdown of the year. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. And man, Charles, talking about zinging something in there. And those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this, after that throw.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So, Charles, you know, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because
all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa. 67 yards, and the Dolphins just continue to pour it on.
that score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Caught. It's Wilson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So we've come upon an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So the Dolphins, we give you a look at the play. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And some space here. Nice little juke. And all the way down to the 29. 151 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you could hear the great
coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley. He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second and goal situation. Gaskin again, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And the Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty...
And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Preston Williams, 92 yards. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right?
Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's got room. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there on the catch and run.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's got some space here. The 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin, 43 yards. And the Dolphins are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food, because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Jalen Waddle, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try to keep people around. We don't want them to change the champ.
And now the rookie's free.
Right down their throat.
Touchdown. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got room to run past the 20. There he goes, right side.
Oh, you got to feel it, baby.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now a throw right side, taken in here to start this drive. Ooh, the juke. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Play action, now it's Tua. Finding Gaskin underneath. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone. And that's exactly.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.